Child abuse is never this obvious. You must call us.
This is the child alone. This is the child no one comes to collect. This is the child who can't talk to others. This is the child who's never been seen in clean clothes. This is the child who no one wants to sit next to. This is the forgotten, the neglected child. The NSPCC helps thousands every year. Thousands more need our help. And yours.
"30 years on, what are these children doing?"
I grew up to be a doctor.
I grew up to be a solicitor.
I grew up to be a car mechanic.
I grew up to physically and sexually abuse my children, just like my father did.
Many abused children grow up to abuse their children. £20.66 could help the NSPCC break this vicious circle. To make your donation, please call now on 0800 777 600.
I can't believe it. Will you not slam the door like that? Take your shoes off when you come in. Look at the mess. Tidy this room. It's an absolute... Finished your homework yet? You'll be in trouble when your dad gets home. Put that comic away. Load of rubbish. I won't tell you again.
There'll be more trouble at school.
Oh, for goodness sake. Come.
Dad, I was second in swimming today.
Not now. Can't you see I'm busy?
Will you please switch off the television now?
One, 2, 3, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. Come in, ready now.
For some children, hiding isn't a game. The NSPCC helps thousands of abused children, but many are still hiding. Help us find them by calling 0800 777 600 now and make a donation.
This is an NSPCC Christmas appeal to ask you for £15 to help protect an abused child.
Oh, Tony. Oh, yes, I remember Tony. Someone rang our helpline to report a baby abandoned in his pram at night. Tony had been left outside for hours. Cold, wet, hungry. No one answered his cries.
Billy was left feeling very vulnerable after his abuse. Therapy helped him express his hopelessness and fear. It'll take him a long time to recover.
Chloe seemed well cared for, except for the injury inside her mouth. The X-rays showed untreated fractures all over her body. We made sure Chloe was protected from such cruelty in the future.
The NSPCC exists to protect abused children, but your support is vital. If donations stop coming in tomorrow, we wouldn't even be here next Christmas. Please don't let that happen. Call 0800 597 5000 now to give £15 or whatever you can. That's 0800 597 5000.
There are so many children out there we haven't reached yet.
When Tom was taken to casualty, his parents said he'd fallen on the floor and banged his head. In truth, X-rays revealed a large fracture to his skull, caused by repeated kicks and punches. Sarah was only 12. Her 22-year-old cousin claimed she led him on. In fact, he'd been secretly abusing her for many months. Fiona's mother said it wasn't her fault she was so thin. Fiona just didn't have much of an appetite. The NSPCC discovered she'd been seriously neglected and underfed. There's no excuse for child abuse. The NSPCC exists to protect abused children, but your support is vital. If donations stop coming in tomorrow, we wouldn't even be here next Christmas. So please call 0800 80 20 20 and give £15 or whatever you can to help save a child's life. That's 0800 80 20 20. So many children need us. Please call us now.
This is an appeal from the NSPCC to ask if you can make a Christmas donation now to help save a child's life. Tragically, in this country, 3 to 4 children die each week, helpless victims of violence or neglect. Many more are beaten or abused, even abandoned, like little Ellie, left alone for days without light, heat or food in the bitter cold. Hungry, lonely, scared, all Ellie wanted for Christmas was for her mother to come home. Luckily, she was found in time. Last year, the NSPCC helped over 53,000 children. Please, give what you can before another child is hurt. Your £15 could help fund our Child Protection Helpline, where anyone can call if they fear a child is at risk. Your £15 could help us counsel a child suffering from the agony of emotional cruelty. Your £15 could help pay for that first vital visit to a child whose life may be in danger, a defenseless child like Ellie. So when you write your Christmas list, please imagine there's an extra child to buy a present for, and send them a gift they'll never forget, the hope of a life free from terror and pain. Just write or ring 0800 444 222 to give £15 or whatever you can spare. We're waiting for your call now. Thank you.
Every year in this country, thousands of children are cruelly abused in their own homes. Babies left alone for days without food. Toddlers beaten and bruised, helpless victims of violence. Young girls and boys shamelessly assaulted. And tragically, it's estimated that every other day a child dies following abuse or neglect. The children shown here are those that made headline news, but for every child you read about in the papers, there are countless more in need of our protection. This Christmas, can you spare £15 to help save a child's life? Your £15 will help us counsel a withdrawn child. Your £15 will help our work with children and parents. And your £15 can help pay for that vital visit to a child in danger. So please, give the best Christmas gift of all and call 0800 444 230 now. We're waiting for your call. Thank you.
This is an NSPCC Christmas appeal to ask you for £15 to help protect an abused child.
Oh, every night a baby dies, and every night a mama cries. What makes those men do what they do to make that person black and blue? Grandpa says they're happy now. They sit with God.
For every abused child who dies, there are many more living in fear and pain. you can help the NSPCC reach them. Your gift of £15, or whatever you can spare, will help us work with children and families to prevent abuse. Please, call 0800 80 20 20 now with your credit card. Your gift will help the NSPCC protect children at risk of abuse, cruelty, even death.
Tell me there's a heaven.
So call now on 0800 80 20 20. Please, help us be there.
This is the story of Elizabeth. At 6 months old, Elizabeth cut her first tooth. At 10 months, she was crawling. At 14 months, she took her first steps. At 2 years old, her leg and arm were brutally broken and her small body beaten and bruised. Every year in this country, thousands of children like Elizabeth are punched, tortured and abused in their own homes. And in the run-up to Christmas, we estimate that 3 to 4 children will die every week following abuse or neglect. Please call us now with your £15 to help save a child's life. That £15 will help pay for the therapy of a child. It will help the NSPCC work closely with families like Elizabeth's. And it will help pay for the NSPCC to keep in close contact with a child at risk. Elizabeth is 4 years old now, with real hope of a safe and happy future. Please help save a child like Elizabeth by calling 0800 28 20 28 now with your Christmas gift of £15 or whatever you can spare. That's 0800 28 20 28. Our lines are open now. Thank you.
So, let's find out what everyone got up to at Christmas. Rachel.
I saw Father Christmas in his magic grotto.
Gary.
We had Nanny and Grandad over.
What did you do at Christmas, Karen? Karen?
For goodness sake, why do you have to be so dramatic?
Stop with them with the problems. I just want to go to bed.
Hey, if you could just tell me that.
For abused children like Karen, Christmas isn't a time of loving and giving, but just another day of terror and pain. Between Christmas and New Year alone, we estimate 1 child under 5 dies following neglect or abuse.
Karen? Karen?
Nothing, miss.
You can help. Call 0800 80 20 20 now. Just £15 will help us counsel abused children and work with families. And it'll help us continue to be there for a child at risk. A child like Karen. So this Christmas, please imagine there's an extra child to buy a gift for and call the NSPCC on 0800 80 20 20 to give £15 or whatever you can. That's 0800 80 20 20. We're waiting for your call. Thank you.
Why don't you just shut it? But enough. Shut up, I'm going out. I don't want to calm down. I don't want to hear what your mum said, alright? It is your fault. It's your fault. What do you mean the baby? What's not good for you? That's not good for you. Is that upsetting him? Come on, ask you a question. Answer me, come on. Got a mouth, haven't you? Answer me. The baby, alright, the baby.